If you don't know what a big year is for bird watchers, it's a personal challenge or informal competition to see who can observe the most birds over the course of a year, either visually or through their songs. It's typically done in a specific geographical area. Well, I took a bit of an unconventional approach, videoing as many birds as I could at the Scripps Aviary at the San Diego Zoo. There are so many areas for birds to hide out in this aviary, this wasn't as easy as it might sound. It took almost a year, but finally I captured all the birds in the aviary, and I hope you enjoy the wonderful footage. This is all the birds in the Scripps Aviary in alphabetical order. Turn on closed captions if you would like to read the stories of each of these spectacular birds.
we should remember to look there for eggs whenever we come.
Yeah.
They're babies. They're sitting on some more eggs. Did you see that?
Did you see him?
And that's probably the male just sitting there
Yeah.
guarding it.
Wat een leuk voel. direção nenhuma.
Oh, sí, sí.
Esto parece un gato ahí.
Okay, at the very, very end, you get to the point where it says monkey tail. So that.
Las ramas aquí ahí.
Oh, ya. Pico largo. Ahí se ve azul y es azul. Okay.
I love my appreciation. Oh my god. Whoa. Wait, I think that might be the bird that I needed. Yeah, that's so pretty. Yeah, it is. Look, is that it? Yeah, that's it.